Okay, number 15. If ax plus 2 times bx plus 7 is equal to 15x squared plus cx plus 14 for all values of x, and a plus b equals 8, what are the two possible values for c? Now, I'm going to FOIL this out and see what it gives me. So this is going to give me abx squared plus 7ax plus 2bx plus 14. I can factor these middle ones. I can factor the x out. I'm going to write it like this. So 7a plus 2b times x, and then we have plus 14. So just remember that this is equal to 15x squared plus cx plus 14. So this is comparing coefficients. So we see we have ab in front of x squared, and we have 15 in front of x squared. So that must give us AB is equal to 15. And then we have this right here. So 7a plus 2b is equal to c. So I'll go ahead and write that right here. And then the 14 obviously matches the 14. So, and don't forget the one that they gave us. So a plus b is equal to 8. So I'm going to subtract a from both sides. B equals 8 minus a. Then from here, I can go ahead and I can plug this relationship in here. So I get a times 8 minus a is equal to 15. Distribute, we get 8a minus a squared equals 15. I'm going to add a squared and subtract a on both sides. So add a squared, subtract 8a. This will give us 0 equals a squared minus 8a plus 15. The reason I'm doing this is because I can see that this is quadratic, and usually with quadratics on the test, we can end up factoring them. So this is equal to 0, so we can go ahead and factor. I use the x factoring method, where you do 15 times the number in front of the squared. So 15 times 1 is 15, and then the bottom number right here, negative 8, goes here. So two numbers that multiply to 15 and add to 8. This is going to be 5 and 3, with both of them being negative, because that makes positive 15, this makes negative 8. So then in the factored form, we get a minus 5, a minus 3 equal to 0. So that means a is equal to 5, and a is also equal to 3. So then from here, we take this relationship that we derived, b equals 8 minus a. So I'm going to try it with a is equal to 5, so we get b is equal to 8 minus 5, so b is equal to 3. And then on the other one, we're going to get b equals 8 minus, when a is 3, b is equal to 5. So let me box all this stuff. So we're looking for two possible values of c, and we have this box, this relationship right here. So when a is 5, b is 3. So I'm going to go ahead and try that relationship. So 7 times 5 plus 2 times 3 is equal to c. So 35 plus 6 is equal to c, which gives us 41 for c. That's one possible. There's another one. But looking at the answers, I don't see there. Here's the 41 right here. So we automatically already know that the answer is D, and we can move on. But just to double check, we can do 7 times 3 plus 2 times 5, which is 21 plus 10, which is 31 equals C. And that is the other choice. Okay, so going on to the free answers. So for 16, if t is greater than 0, t squared minus 4 equals 0. What's the value of t? So this one's pretty simple. Add 4 to both sides. T squared equals 4. Then we square root. T is equal to plus or minus 2. But since they told us t is greater than 0, t has to be 2. Okay, number 17. I had to switch pens. Okay, number 17. A summer camp counselor wants to find a length x in feet across a lake over here. The length's represented by AB, EB, BD, and CD. they're determined to be 1800. So we have AB is 1800, and then we have EB, which is 1400, and then BD is 700, and then the last one's 800, which is CD. Okay. So we're looking for this missing piece. So we have similar triangles here, so we're going to set up a proportion. So I can see that this side corresponds to this side, and then we have this side corresponds to this side. So we're going to have 700 over 1400 is equal to 800 over x. So I can see the relationship here. We just have the bottom is double the top. So this would automatically make it 1600. Another thing you could do is multiply like this, but that would take way too long. So we can see the proportion is 1/2 here. So the smaller triangle's lengths are half of all of these. Okay, moving on to 18. So we have a system. They just want to know the value of x here. So I'm going to use elimination on this. I'm just going to multiply the top one by -1. So we get negative x minus y equals +9. I'll rewrite the other one underneath. Now I simply add them together. The x's cancel out, and we get y equals, and this should be -16. Sorry about that. We should be multiplying by -2 because we want to eliminate the y so we can get x without doing any extra steps. So multiplying this one by -2 will give us -2x minus 2y equals +18, and then rewrite the other one underneath. If you do this, these cancel out. You get -x equals -7, which gives us x equals 7. Okay, number 19. In a right triangle, one angle measures x degrees where sine x equals 4/5. What's cosine of 90 minus x? So if we draw right triangle, and if I just say this is x, this angle is x, and it's saying the sine of x is 4/5. So just remember SOHCAHTOA, right? So sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, tangent is opposite over adjacent. So in our case, we're dealing with this opposite over hypotenuse. So the opposite is this, which is 4/5, which is the hypotenuse. So this is asking what's the cosine of 90 minus x. So technically this angle right here is 90 minus x degrees. The reason being is because if we add all these together, it'll add up to 180 degrees. So this is 90 plus x degrees plus 90 minus x. We have 90 plus 90, which is 180, x minus x, which is 0, so we get 180. So this is correct. And we want to know what the cosine of this is. So the cosine of 90 minus x degrees is adjacent over hypotenuse, which is adjacent over the hypotenuse. So it's also 4/5. All right, last problem, number 20. If a is equal to 5 square root of 2 and 2a is equal to root 2x, what is the value of x? So we can see that I'm going to try to put this in here. So the first thing I would do is multiply both sides by 2 to get 2a equals 10 square root of 2. So doing that, we have 2a equals 10 square root of 2, but we know this is equal to square root of 2x. Then from here, we can square both sides. 10 squared is 100. And square root of 2 squared is 2. And then this squared is 2x. So you get 200 equals 2x, divide by 2. 100 equals x. And that's it.